Well, I guess my follow-up to that be you bring up ageism there. It's really interesting then that you should pivot from being in this, program there, this feud with John Moxley, into working with Chris Jericho now, who is 50 plus years old. How is it that you seem to have found common ground with a guy like Chris Jericho now?
Because Chris Jericho isn't ageist. Chris Jericho is a man that understands the future is now. The future is not later. I have a phrase I always like to say. It's called talent over tenure. And I feel that Christopher understands what talent over tenure means. It doesn't matter how long somebody's been in the business. Can they draw money? Can they be a top guy? Can they be somebody that forces you to watch them on TV? I am one of the top draws on average, minute for minute, in pro wrestling right now. I might be the top draw outside of my boy CJ. And he understands that. And we both understand that we have a mutual respect there. And we both understand that if I do join the inner circle, we both will benefit greatly. I firmly believe the only reason that this match is occurring is because Chris Jericho, he wants foolproof that I am worthy. I think deep down he already knows it, but he wants to see. He needs to see it physically to believe it. And I'm fine with that. I'm more than fine with that. And that's why I'm looking forward to this matchup.
So talk to me about how you two came to be, friends, I guess it seems like. I remember I was back at the Jacksonville rally when AEW was just being announced. I saw, I believe it was you and Joey Janela at the time that were facing off. Chris Jericho came out to a bunch of pop and circumstances.
Cool.
When was it that you two seemed to have found, some energy together?
Honestly, the first time I realized that I kind of like this guy was right after I kicked Cody in the nuts, and I came out the next week to announce to the world why I did it. And Christopher just happened to be in the ring, and we ended up having a bit of a conversation in front of the live audience. And in that moment, I realized this guy's all right. There's something to him. He's got something. And I'm sure he realized the same thing as we were looking eye to eye. Post that, I wanted to win that world title. I still do want to win that world title. It's all I care about. It's my one and only goal. However, I understand that in order to win, sometimes you need to evolve. And I understand that evolution is key when it comes to professional wrestling. I tried doing it on my own. It didn't work out. And I feel the reason that didn't work out is because if you look at AEW right now, there's a lot of lines being drawn, a tremendous amount of lines being drawn. It seems nearly everyone is in a faction. And I just came to the conclusion after my match with Dictator John, after he cheated the way he cheated and there was no justice. Perhaps I would have had justice if I had more people backing me, whether it be verbally or physically. And I had announced live on TV, hey, I need to join a group. I need to join a group. And I feel it's very clear that Inner Circle is the most powerful group, not just in AEW, but in all professional wrestling. And I make no bones about it. That's why I wanted to get to know Chris and see if Inner Circle was a good fit for me, as I'm sure Christopher was trying to realize whether or not Inner Circle, what me being in his group, was a good fit for him. And I think week after week, it's become more and more apparent. We have so much chemistry. We're clearly fast friends. And I'm really excited to get to know more and more about my good friend Chris.
It's interesting, with you and Chris, the dynamic that you two have put together here. I go back to the Chris Jericho, 30th anniversary special where he ran the SNL credits at the end there like that, and it feels like you two have really kind of found, I don't know if sketch comedy is the right way to go about it, but like it seems like you approach.
There's nothing about us. The only thing that's funny is anybody thinking that we're being funny. I take my job very seriously. I take my friendship with Christopher very seriously. Do I think we're so wildly charismatic that it can make people laugh from time to time? Sure, that makes sense. But we're not trying to make anybody laugh. We're just being our genuine selves. We're having a genuine good time. And if people enjoy it, they enjoy it. If they don't, I don't care. So.
Okay, well, take us back here a little bit. A lot of fans very interested in this Dinner Debonair that you and Chris.
Really, it's most talked about segment in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah, so talk to me from your perspective. How did this thing come together? What were you most proud of coming out of this Dinner Debonair segment that you?
I'm proud of the fact that nobody else in the professional wrestling business besides me and Christopher would have been able to do what we did in that segment. I was an all-state tenor 2 in high school. I also was the captain of the Acapellas. Boom. In it's we were an all boy a cappella group. Christopher, as you know, is an incredible artist. He's the front man to Fozzy, one of the greatest bands in the world. And we're the only two guys that possibly could have done what we've done. We sang a beautiful rendition of Me and My Shadow. And I felt it helped us connect. It was natural. It happened organically. It was not something we planned. It just completely happened organically. I think it took us both by surprise. But at the end of it, when we sat down and we made eye contact, we both knew that we've got something here. We've got lightning in a bottle, and I am super proud to be a part of it.
Well, and I think it was from the Observer that reported that I believe that they said that it was your idea initially that Chris kind of yes-anded on with.
Well, that's ridiculous because the singing and the dancing was completely spontaneous. That's what people don't seem to understand. We were trying to enjoy our meal. Unfortunately, we were butting heads a little bit. And then, I love Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. Cry Me a River. If you don't like him, that's not my problem. I love him. I heard that song play. I felt the music running through my body, and I felt the need to sing and dance. And Christopher did as well. And I think in that very moment, we realized that we were almost kind of a perfect match for each other.
So there was no truth to the idea that this could have maybe been a moment that was inspired by an Elton John song instead of what we got with Sammy Davis.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So here's the thing. I'm sure a lot of people want to believe there's stuff going on backstage with them. I'm MJF 24/7. My birth name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I was born and raised in Plainview, Long Island, New York. I have wanted to be in the professional wrestling business ever since I can remember. I was an all-state 10 or 2. I was an all-state middle linebacker. I broke the record in tackles in my high school. I had a full ride scholarship. I left to pursue professional wrestling. Everything about me is real. That music hit, and I felt the need to sing. And that's that.
Okay. Well, great. Well, let's talk about the other members of the Inner Circle. It doesn't seem like
Sure.
they have a very warm reception to you. I mean, obviously, you and Wardlow are going to have this tag match here against Santana Ortiz here coming up on Dynamite. Why would you want to be a part of a group that doesn't seem to want to have you involved? That seems to be a question.
Like I said, flat out, me and Chris, we have a bond. Also, I've said this out loud. Inner Circle is the best group right now in professional wrestling. I understand if I want to become the AEW World Champion, I need to be in this group. Straight up. But don't think that hooks into me and makes me not want to have genuine friendships with these. I want to have genuine friendships with these guys. I really like all these guys. I like my little bud Sammy. I like Ortiz. I like Santana. I like Hager. Go Hager. Big W recently. That was awesome.
Sure.
And obviously, I totally love Chris, man. He's my BFF for life. It's unfortunate right now that it's taking time for them to get to understand that I am a great person. I am fun to be around. I'm the life of the party, but I'm also business. I mean, there's so many reasons why you should want to hang out with me, but I'm not going to force it on anybody. I want it to happen organically. And if these guys feel the need to blow off some steam in the ring and have some friendly exhibition, let's have at it. Let's have fun.
Well, a lot of fans have speculated that perhaps, the Inner Circle doth protest too much here. I mean, what would stop them, I don't know, from being, secretly on your side, maybe against Chris Jericho?
That is furiously ridiculous. I want to make something perfectly clear because I see these things. I see them on the Twitter and the Instagram and the Facebook and the Reddit. And it's I'm not trying to turn on Chris Jericho. I'm not trying to turn on Inner Circle. I'm not trying to turn on Sammy, Jake. I'm not trying to have them join some new crazy crew. That is not my intention. I've already made my intention known several times. I want to become the AEW World Champion. The best way to do that is to be a part of the best group and to be able to learn from the wealthy tree of knowledge that is Christopher Jericho. We are talking about an absurd amount of years in this business. 30 years of knowledge. I mean, who wouldn't want to soak that in? So for all the people that are saying that, I believe they're shit stirrers. I believe that they're pot stirrers. I believe that all they're trying to do is make that wedge big. And I believe that's why my little buddy Sammy Guevara has an issue with me, because he unfortunately is reading these things on social media and it's causing him to have this anxiety about me. I'm a good person. I have zero interest in turning on them. I have zero interest in creating some sort of secondary group offset from their group. All of these things that I've read, they're all ridiculous. Nothing crazy is happening here. I just want to join the Inner Circle. That's it.
Okay. Because yeah, you did make it known that you were looking to possibly join up with a group. There's a
Of
couple.
course.
Yeah, I mean, their inner circle is not the only party in town when it comes to AEW.
But it's the best part of town. And I feel that people love to read in between the lines. Pro wrestling fans genuinely do a lot. They'll try to guess what's going to happen next. And then when it doesn't happen next, they get upset and they throw a little fit. Oh, the thing I wanted to happen didn't happen. Unfortunately, for all these people that think they're dealing with this type of scenario in their head where there's going to be a turn, there is no turn. The reason why I quote unquote turned on Cody Rhodes is because Cody Rhodes turned on me first. Chris Jericho's a good person. I'm a good person. I'm ready to do good business with Chris Jericho.